And without paying a farewell visit to the National Independent Electoral Commission, which is one, as you know, of the European Union main partner here in Nigeria. It has been a privilege and an honor to serve the Nigerian people over the past 3 years. And as I said, I couldn't leave without visiting this building and this commission, which has been very much part of not only my work here, but part of this partnership with the Nigerian people that I would like to celebrate today. The reason why I'm late, I said it's a good reason because I was actually attending an handover meeting with my successor and with our hierarchy in Brussels, and I wanted to spend some time also with them talking about the importance of the partnership that we have with the Nigerian people and with INEC on strengthening and deepening Nigerian democracy. And what I said in that meeting and the message I passed on to my successor was that this has to remain, this needs to remain as one of our core tasks and core priority, to support the aspiration of the Nigerian people for a deepened and stronger Nigerian democracy. As I was saying a few days ago in a public event, we are very proud and very pleased with the partnership that we have with INEC and with all the other stakeholders and partners that are involved in a joint effort that we are undertaking together under the EUSDGN, the support to democratic governments in Nigeria. So I wanted really to bid farewell to the Commission and to Mr. Chairman, to thank Mr. Chairman and the Commission for the very good partnership and collaboration, very open, very frank. I think you can define a good partnership when you have disagreements and when you have different points of view and you can talk to each other and work together and try to overcome. I think this is the best example of partnership that we can have. It's like in a family, right? You are very much connected, linked, even if you sometimes have not necessarily the same points of view. So once again, Mr. Chairman, we are very pleased, very happy of this partnership. I think we have gone a long way. We are very proud of being among the supporters of Nigerian democracy. As I had the opportunity to say many, many occasions, supporting democracy in Africa and West Africa now is more important than ever, given the backsliding we have witnessed in many parts of this region. And Nigeria is the largest democracy on the continent, the largest democracy in West Africa, one of the largest democracies, I would say, in the world. And we know how important it is to continue to support Nigerians and Nigeria in its journey towards the strengthening of its democracy. And we believe, as we think that we are a product, a result of that, that democracy remains the best way, if not the only one, to really respond to the aspirations of our people. All democracies in the world, including our own, face challenges. The journey is not necessarily always in one direction. We all face these challenges, and we have an interest in working together to see how we can strengthen democracy, because strengthening democracy in Europe, strengthening democracy in Nigeria means strengthening democracy worldwide. And we know how important the example that Nigeria can give to other countries is. As I said, I think we have gone a long way. Maybe not everything is perfect. but even elsewhere, many things are not perfect. And I remain convinced that the trajectory is the right one. And I think we have been working together to try to see how to continue to improve election administration in Nigeria. I'm very proud of the kind of model we have established here, that Mr. Chairman, I can assure you it's a model for other experiences and countries as well, where under the EUSDGN, around the same table, we can gather all the stakeholders and actors that are involved, because elections are not only a matter of the Election Commission. You know, you have so many other stakeholders that are involved and play a critical role. Political parties, just to give an example, the judiciary, the civil society, and many, many others. And I think the experience of the EUSDGN is unique, because you can have disagreements, of course you can have, but you have a table, you can sit around that table all together, you can discuss, you can talk, and at the end, you always find common ground, and you always find a way forward where everybody can continue to put their efforts. And I think this is what we have been doing here together. So my message, of course, responding to what the MC just said, is for the European Union, of course, to remain engaged, to support the aspiration of the Nigerian people. We know that the Nigerian people are strong, they strongly believe in democracy, and we want to continue to work with them to strengthen their democracy. So I'm confident that the European Union will continue this support, of course, based on the partnership that we have. And I'm confident that under the leadership of my successor, the good collaboration with the Commission will continue, the good partnership with the Nigerian people will continue, and we remain really at the disposal of the Nigerian people, of INEC, Mr. Chairman, of all our partners and stakeholders, to see together democracy in Nigeria and in the world stronger. So I came here today, but my team is so small because many colleagues are on leave. But I would like also to take the opportunity, but Mr. Chairman, he knows very well, to also thank my team. Support to democratic governance in Nigeria is very much something where all the European Union delegation is involved, starting from my political advisor, and other colleagues, including Laulo. They are simply on leave, but they are very much with their hearts here with us. So, Mr. Chairman, thank you. You have one of the toughest jobs in this country. Politics is difficult and sensitive everywhere in the world, so you will never find someone just, you know, but so your job is really very, very difficult. And I would like to take the opportunity to say something I said in the past few days. I think the best for Nigeria is yet to come. Nigeria has all the assets, all what is needed to get out of its challenges and to be great. Nigeria is already great. It can be even stronger and greater, and we believe that the future will be a bright one for Nigeria. Of course, this will require continuous hard work, continuous vision, leadership, commitment, but also unity and resilience. And I think the Nigerians have shown all of that. So my message would be not to give up, to continue to support democracy, because if everyone plays his or her role, including voters, of course things can only get better. So once again, I'm very grateful, thankful and proud of the work that is being done. I think we have a solid basis to continue our collaboration and a solid basis for our partnership on deepening Nigerian democracy is there. And you and get where all the Nigerian people would like their country and their democracy. Thank you.
behalf of the Commission, welcome you to the Independent National Electoral Commission, and I want to welcome your political advisor, Mr. Osoro, and all the other staff who would have been here but for the fact that they have been on leave. For the last 3 years, you have been the ambassador of the EU delegation to Nigeria and West Africa. Some years ago, I was also the president of the ECOWAS network of electoral commissions. And I visited virtually all the other 14 countries in the sub-region. So you're absolutely right, Ambassador, by referring to the size, potentials, and responsibilities of our country. For instance, there are 74 million registered voters in the other 14 countries in West Africa. In 2023, we had 93 million registered voters in Nigeria, which is almost 10 million more than the other 14 countries put together. So each time Nigerians go to the polls, it's like conducting elections for the whole of West Africa and part of Central Africa. In fact, very recently, the Electoral Commission in Ghana conducted the equivalent of what we call the continuous voter registration. In Ghana, they call it the mop-up, to enable citizens who have come of age or those who could not register for one reason or another in the past to register. What was the target of the Electoral Commission in Ghana? To register 70,000 new voters nationwide. But here we are. In the last continuous voter registration in Edo State alone, we registered 119,000 new voters. And then additional 58,000 in Ondo State. Put together, we registered 177,000, 3 times more than what our colleagues in Ghana hope to register under their own CVR. Your Excellency, I have worked very closely with you, and I'm really very proud to say I did so. The last meeting we had was at the Hilton, because you and I serve as co-chair of the steering committee of the EU SDGN. Definitely we are going to miss you. So on behalf of the Commissioner, I want to express our appreciation to the European Union, particularly the mission, for the partnership and collaboration in the implementation of the EU SDGN 2 implemented by the DAI, and will continue to work in partnership with the DAI. You have been supporting democracy and democratic governance in Nigeria, and your support extends beyond INEC. You support the National Assembly, you support the judiciary, civil society organizations, and the media. So we want to thank you on behalf of INEC and wish to request you to extend our appreciation to the EU and its member states. We have had a good working relationship with the EU. Personally, I worked with Santiago Fisas, who was head of the EU delegation to Nigeria in 2015, election observation mission to Nigeria in 2015. And he came back in 2017 for the midterm review, and we hosted him here. Similarly, in 2019, we worked very closely with Maria Arena. And Maria Arena came back in 2021 as head of the midterm review. And then most recently, we worked with Barry Andrews, who headed the election observation mission in 2023. We look forward to the next midterm review, which incidentally is going to be next year. And so we look forward to welcoming Barry Andrews again. So I want to so very much thank you, but be rest assured that we'll continue to work with the team you are leaving behind in EU. We work very closely with Ketley. We have worked very closely with you, and I want you to assure you are successful that the same spirit of partnership and cooperation will continue to exist between INEC and the EU. We wish you well in your next mission. It's a very small world. I'm sure our path will cross again wherever the tour of duty takes you. So I want to thank you so much for making INEC one of the agencies to visit as we bid you farewell. As I welcome you to the Commission, I'm also wishing you a farewell, and I wish you well in your next tour of duty. So God bless you, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.